In the heart of a sprawling city, nestled within a tall apartment building, lived two strangers separated by a single wall. Emma, a writer, lived in 4B, and Liam, a musician, resided in 4C. Both were artists in their own ways, but their lives couldn't have felt more isolated.
Emma spent her days weaving stories, pouring her emotions into words, yet never sharing them beyond her desk.
Liam filled his hours with melodies, letting his guitar express what he couldn't say aloud, though his songs echoed only within his own four walls.
Emma often heard Liam playing through the wall, faint melodies rising and falling in the quiet of the evening. She found the sound comforting, though she didn't know why.
Liam, on the other hand, would sometimes hear the clack of Emma's keyboard late at night and wondered what she was writing.
Neither of them made a move to introduce themselves, each too wrapped up in their routines and uncertainties. One night, Emma sat staring at her blank screen, the cursor blinking tauntingly. Her creative well had run dry, and frustration bubbled up inside her.
As she slumped back in her chair, the faint sound of a guitar began to seep through the wall. It was a gentle, melancholy tune, its notes weaving a story of longing and hope. Emma closed her eyes, letting the music wash over her. Without thinking, she began typing, her words flowing to the rhythm of the melody. For the first time in weeks, her thoughts felt clear, her story taking shape.
The next evening, as Liam played another song, Emma felt compelled to respond. She tapped a simple rhythm on the wall with her knuckles, 3 soft knocks in time with his music.
Liam paused mid-strum, startled, then smiled. Tentatively, he knocked back in a playful pattern. It became their unspoken language, her knocks echoing his melodies, his strings answering her taps.
Their nightly exchanges grew into a ritual. Liam would play, Emma would write, and they would communicate through the wall, bridging the silence between them with music and rhythm. Neither of them spoke a word in person, but in those moments they felt less alone. One day, Emma decided to take a step further. She slipped a note under Liam's door. "Your music inspires my stories, thank you. 4B."
Liam found the note and felt a warmth he hadn't experienced in a long time. He wrote back, "And your rhythm inspires my songs. Coffee at 3? I'd love to meet my collaborator. 4C."
At 3 o'clock sharp, Emma and Liam met at the cafe downstairs.
I guess we've been neighbors for a while.
And collaborators without even realizing it.
Emma, with her messy bun and notebook tucked under her arm, smiled nervously as Liam, with his guitar case slung over his shoulder, approached her table. They talked for hours, sharing their stories.
Music is my escape, a way to process emotions I struggle to articulate.
Writing is my sanctuary, my way of making sense of the world.
They laughed over how their creative processes had unknowingly intertwined. By the end of the afternoon, they felt like old friends. From that day forward, their relationship deepened. Liam began to share his songs with Emma, and she shared her stories with him. He would write melodies inspired by her characters, and she would craft narratives shaped by his music. Together, their art took on a new dimension, a blend of words and sound that neither could have achieved alone. One evening, Liam invited Emma to one of his performances at a local cafe. Nervous but excited, Emma attended, sitting quietly in the back as Liam introduced a new song.
This one was inspired by a neighbor who turned out to be much more than that.
As Liam played, Emma recognized the melody, the one she had first heard through the wall. Tears welled up in her eyes as she realized how much their connection had meant to him, just as it had to her. Over time, their collaboration turned into something deeper. What began as a shared appreciation for art blossomed into a partnership built on trust, understanding, and love. They supported each other in ways no one else could, celebrating successes and weathering failures together. Years later, Emma and Liam shared an apartment where music and storytelling filled the air daily. Their friends marveled at how seamlessly their lives intertwined, as if they had always been meant to meet. The wall that had once separated them was now a story they often laughed about.
Sometimes all it takes is one knock to start something beautiful.
And the courage to answer.
Their lives became a testament to the power of connection, a reminder that even in the busiest, most isolating places, relationships can grow from the simplest gestures. And every night, the sound of Liam's guitar and the clack of Emma's keyboard blended into a symphony of love, creativity, and a bond that would last a lifetime.